This is Explain Me More. Here we uncover the real stories behind the headlines and the lessons hidden in history. In today's episode, we explore the rise and fall of one of the most feared men in the Caribbean, Rafael Leónidas Trujillo. Trujillo ruled the Dominican Republic with an iron hand for more than 3 decades, from August 1930 until his assassination on May 30th, 1961. His regime was one of fear, control, and manipulation that shaped the destiny of an entire nation, becoming one of the bloodiest in the Americas. Trujillo was born on October 24, 1891, in San Cristobal, a small town in the Dominican Republic. As a young man, in 1918, he joined the newly created National Guard, a force trained by the United States during their occupation of the island. There he learned discipline, hierarchy, and the art of wielding power. Rising through the ranks, he realized that loyalty could be bought and fear could secure obedience. By 1927, he became a general, and in 1928, commander-in-chief of the army, solidifying his influence within the military. In February 1930, a coup d'etat against President Horacio Vazquez broke out. Trujillo secretly allied with rebel leader Rafael Estrella Urania. He allowed Estrella to take power, feigning neutrality while keeping his men in barracks, letting Estrella's rebels take the capital virtually unopposed. In the subsequent elections, Trujillo secured the presidency amidst harassment and intimidation of other candidates, marking the beginning of his dictatorial rule. Once in power, Trujillo consolidated his control over all aspects of Dominican life, appointing family members to key positions in government and military. He renamed the capital Santo Domingo to Ciudad Trujillo, a symbol of his growing ego and dominance. His image was omnipresent, appearing on coins, buildings, and posters across the nation. Every Dominican was expected to honor him as the savior of the Republic. The Dominican Party, founded shortly after he took office, became the sole legal political party, effectively turning the country into a one-party state. Trujillo and his family members dominated key industries such as salt, sugar, tobacco, and lumber, amassing a large personal fortune by stealing land and taking control of businesses. On the surface, Trujillo promoted progress and order. Roads were built, industries expanded, and foreign investment grew. To outsiders, he looked like a modernizer who brought stability to a turbulent nation. But behind this image of progress lay a system built on fear, corruption, and absolute control. His secret police, known as the SIM, spread terror through surveillance, torture, and assassination. The population lived in silence, knowing that even a careless word could lead to disappearance. Civil liberties were non-existent. Newspapers were censored, and schools were ordered to teach loyalty to Trujillo. Dominicans were even required to display Trujillo's picture in their homes. His power was total, and his image unavoidable. One of the darkest moments of his rule came in October 1937 during what became known as the Parsley Massacre. Claiming that Haiti was harboring his Dominican opponents and fueled by anti-Haitian prejudice, Trujillo ordered the extermination of thousands of Haitians living near the border with Haiti. Dominican soldiers murdered thousands of Haitian men, women, and children, with estimates ranging from 9,000 to 30,000. Soldiers often used machetes to carry out the killings and, according to some accounts, used the pronunciation of the word perejil, meaning parsley, as a shibboleth to identify Haitians. Those who failed the pronunciation test were executed on the spot. Historians estimate that between 10 and 30,000 people were killed in just a few days. Trujillo justified the killings as national security, but they were an act of ethnic cleansing and a brutal demonstration of his control. Despite his cruelty, the international community tolerated Trujillo for years because he maintained economic stability and opposed communism. He built alliances with the United States and other Western powers during the Cold War, presenting himself as a loyal anti-communist. However, behind closed doors, he enriched himself, exploiting the nation's resources while most citizens remained poor. By the late 1950s, his power began to crumble. A failed assassination attempt on Venezuelan President Romulo Betancourt in 1960 exposed Trujillo's reckless ambitions. Sanctions and diplomatic pressure isolated him. The Organization of American States imposed economic sanctions, and the United States withdrew its support. At home, opposition movements grew, and even within his own circle, fear turned into resentment. On the night of May 30th, 1961, as Trujillo's car drove along a lonely highway near Santo Domingo, he was ambushed and shot dead. His death ended more than 30 years of dictatorship, but the scars he left behind would take generations to heal. Today, Trujillo's legacy remains a warning about the dangers of absolute power. His regime shows how fear can silence truth and how one man's ambition can enslave an entire nation. Power without limits always destroys the people it claims to protect. You've been watching Explain Me More. If you found this story insightful, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode that reveals the truth behind history.